My name is Ben Hahn, and this is my persuasive essay on why college athletes should not be paid. Most of us watch college sports, and if you do, you are very familiar with the top teams in each sport. Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, OSU in football, University of Kansas, Purdue, Duke, and Wisconsin in basketball, Penn State, Iowa, OSU, and Michigan in wrestling. Lists of teams in sports could go on and on. And with the decision to pay college athletes coming into effect, those might be the only teams competing in the league if we aren't careful. The top athletes in the nation would be able to go to any one of those teams and profit off their name, image, and likeness better than they would at any other school. All of the other teams that many of us root for would most likely have their funding pulled from their programs due to them not being able to pay the athletes as much as other colleges can. And I believe this would ultimately be the end of the NCAA and many other divisions along with it. Since 1906, the NCAA has enforced a rule that prohibited college athletes to be paid. Even though many college sports generate tremendous amounts of revenue, the NCAA is sticking with their rule. The NCAA claims it is necessary to protect amateurism and distinguish student athletes from professionals, which I believe is a very noble cause. In the case of the NCAA versus Alston, college athletes have the right to profit off their name, image, and likeness, but schools still cannot pay the athletes directly, though. This bill allowed athletes, in 2019, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, passed a similar bill. This bill allowed athletes at California schools who made more than $10 million in annual media revenue to profit off their image and likeness. They would also be able to hire agents and not lose their college eligibility. The NCAA has warned Newsom that since this bill would tip the scales in many ways and create an unfair advantage for the California schools, they would be banned from all championships in every sport. The bill not only affects college athletes, but the fans of these teams. Fans that cheer for lower level teams like IU, Go Purdue, MSU, and Illinois would most likely stop watching because their teams would not stand a chance against the schools that make more money in the programs. In conclusion, it is plain to see that the effects of paying college athletes would be negative all around the board. The NCAA is trying very hard to keep college sports competitive by recruiting players based on their talent and hard work, and not by how much they could be paid once they got there. The NCAA could potentially lose a lot of money if it gives into schools wanting to pay their athletes, and losing a lot of money by the fans not wanting to be able to watch the college sports. And doing this would narrow down each division to about 4 or so teams. College sports would not be enjoyable to watch anymore as they would turn to professional sports leagues. And with all that comes the drama of athletes complaining that they are not being paid enough, which is why I personally watch college sports in the first place, so I can escape all of that and just be able to watch the players play.